Netflix. It's basically like a superhero movie, but it's in German, dubbed in English. I can't do it. There's something about like the language disconnect. Yeah, the movie isn't interesting to me.
I've tried watching it.
I will say I did love that one. I did love it. But it's hard.
We're live, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, all right. Well,
Good
then
morning, everybody.
I've got a good one for you. If you have not watched The Old Guard, you need to get into it.
Which one's that on?
That's Netflix.
Netflix, The Old Guard? Is
Yeah.
that a military thing?
Yeah, it's like supernatural military.
Ooh,
It's awesome. I mean, and there will be a sequel. And it's
a movie?
Yeah. Who's the chick from the new Mad Max reboots?
Sally McGillicuddy. No, you're talking about...
You're just wrong. That's not right.
Janice Doppelganger.
No. Oh my god.
Veleen Harple.
Yeah. LOL. What is happening?
Supernatural.
No, you're talking about
Military.
You're talking about Florence Henderson.
I love her, and I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Sub genius. Fuck. What's her name?
Yeah, no, that's
You know, if we had this thing where we could look things up, it'd be great.
I'm working on it.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, that chica.
Charlize Theron. And she's awesome in everything she does, but she's particularly good in this. And I know you'd like it if you watched.
Did you ever see Cider House Rules?
No,
that was
aware of it.
I think that was her first movie. It's the first movie I recall seeing her in with Tobey Maguire.
Huh. I wouldn't have told you who's in it, but
a young man is taught medicine by the doctor at the orphanage where he was brought up. However, when he clashes with his mentor over the issue of abortion, he leaves home and finds work on a cider farm. There he falls in love with another man's girlfriend, but starts to reevaluate his principles when one of the farm workers becomes pregnant by her own father. It is a deep and heavy movie. But that's the first movie I ever saw Charlize Theron in. I think it might have been her first movie.
I sure do like Charlize Theron. All right.
I mean, this was 1999, so this was 22 years ago.
I can't even.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's 22 years ago? Seriously?
I can't. My wife had brought up, like, Dazed and Confused.
Yes, if they had made that today, it would be based in 2005.
What? It feels like it was being made about a time long past, and
I felt so damn old when I saw that. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's bonkers."
Oh, that is absolutely insane. Oh, I should probably pull up maps and character sheets and stuff.
We're on stream, right?
Yeah, we're live. We're pre-showing right now. So.
Do you guys hear the music at all?
A little bit, yeah. I have it turned way the frick down, but yeah, I do.
It's not coming across on stream, and it's killing me. This is one of those audio things, Cooch, I was telling you about, where sometimes it works when you want it to, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Whoa. Oh, okay, that's Jeff. I think I reconnected and disconnected or something. God, look at this. 2 Packer shirts, a Seattle Sounder shirt, and how do you want to do this? Campaign 3 announcement on Thursday. Ah!
I'm so excited.
I'm amped. I hope we get the silhouettes of the characters like they did for Campaign 2. Let the speculation begin. They haven't had an out-and-out right paladin yet, have they? They've both just Liam subclassed into paladin or secondary, and then Travis secondarily classed into paladin. No one started with one yet. I'm kind of hoping one of them does.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see them play some stuff they haven't played before, but yeah. I'm a little phlegmy this morning.
Me too. Sleeping with the windows open. And drinking 3 bottles of wine yesterday.
That'll do it.
Well, I didn't drink 3 bottles on my own. My girlfriend came back, so we hung out and drank 3 bottles of wine over the course of 8 hours. It's a good time.
Probably do 3 bottles of wine over the course of 8 hours, but the next day would be disaster.
1 bottle of wine, like on our Friday night sessions, 1 bottle of wine it will get me buzzing, and then I'll calm down enough that I can drive home.
There you go.
Nice.
Like if I finish it before 10 and then I start hitting water, then I'm like stone cold sober by midnight 1. Although I've been ending earlier than that lately.
That seems fine.
I think 4 hours is enough. Dave, the last time we played in Dave's campaign, he started combat at 10:30 and it went till 1 in the morning, and I was just like, ugh. Don't start combat at 10:30.
Remember these
Rather
days,
have you
said?
Yeah. Rather have you call it an hour early than drag us out until 1 in the morning. Especially when we start at 7. It's like, if we end at 10:30, 3.5 hours, that's normal.
Yep.
So I'm always looking to start by 7 and then be done about 11, if I can do that. So I don't kill us.
All right, going back to your D&D talk, because I was messing with audio. I just still cannot get into... What's that show you're watching?
Critical Role?
Yeah. I listened to... I don't think I listened to the last 4 or 5 weeks of this last session.
Oh, the EXU?
Yeah.
Norm, go look up the podcast Dungeon Delve and go all the way back to the very beginning of it. This is Acquisitions Incorporated. And we've mentioned Acquisitions Incorporated in this game.
Yeah, and you've told me about the podcast before.
Yeah. Go find that one and go back to the beginning. It's Jerry Holkins and Mike Krahulik, who are both from, PAX, right? The Penny Arcade Expo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's them. PAX.
Oh, okay.
Penny Arcade, that's them. They do the Penny Arcade comic, which I highly recommend if you aren't following on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. Follow them. Those comics are hilarious and usually of the time. But it's Mike Krahulik. He never played D&D. So Chris Perkins, they starts teaching them, and this is at the beginning of 4th edition too. It was kind of done as a thing for 4th edition. But they're shorter. Each episode's an hour, so they're easier to get into, and it is way more just funny.
Okay, maybe I'll try
Critical
that.
Role is pretty serious at times. This game, our game here, reminds me more of Acquisitions Incorporated than it does of Critical Role.
So they're us many years
My
earlier.
Friday night game reminds me more of Critical Role than Acquisitions Incorporated.
Huh.
It's just the group, and I have a feeling you would like Acquisitions Incorporated better.
That's possible.
And then when you listen to everything through there, when it starts getting into the weird promo things of all the different groups playing games, let me know. And there's a point where it jumps to its own feed. And it's Will Wheaton is on there for a while. Patrick Rothfuss is on there for a while. Morgan Webb is on there for a while.
I like all those people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's a good, and Pat Rothfuss and Chris Perkins together, There is a Jerry Holkins ended up doing his own stream, and on that stream, they have what they referred to as that Pat Rothfuss bullshit, because Pat at times will ask Chris, the DM, stuff, and Chris will go, sure. And it's the most outlandish stuff. I'm not even going to have you make a roll on that. You just do it. And the whole day I was like, what?
Nice.
Watching them, especially if you want to go DM, watching Chris Perkins DM gave me so much confidence to just do whatever feels right in the moment, just do it. There's a point in there where they're playing in front of a live audience, and Pat Rothfuss's character is on a chandelier made out of swords. And he drops that chandelier on an enemy, and Chris is trying to ask the audience, how much damage do you think this does? There's a bunch of people yapping and doing other things and stuff, and they all have a set of dice in front of them, a standard set of dice in front of them. And he looks at Pat, he goes, I'll tell you what, Pat, just roll all your dice and add it up. What? Do that? That's kind of a cool concept. All right, yeah. So he rolled all his dice, including his D20, and came up with like 46 damage.
That's it?
And Chris goes, that sounds about right. I got a D20, a 2
Oh,
D10s.
I'm thinking like a handful of dice and just
No,
chucking
a
it.
standard. Because they're playing in front of an audience, they're sponsored by Level
Yeah,
Up Dice, so
yeah.
they all have a standard set of dice. They're rolling on camera and everything.
Sure,
so
sure.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get
So
coffee
it's
and then we
only
can
a
start this bitch.
7 dice. All right, I'm gonna continue looking at the stuff I was trying to look up before I got on my rant.
All right, Genius, how you living?
Yeah. Good morning, Jeff.
Just hoping that I don't have as much technical difficulties this week, but I'm too tired to worry about it.
Hey, right on.
It's
Staying out too late partying?
being a parent of 2 children going to homecoming is probably more exhausting than going to homecoming yourself.
Oh shit! Don't tell me that. I got homecoming next weekend.
Imagine that's true.
Although
Yeah.
there is a family that has offered to pick up my daughter's group
Except.
and drive them everywhere. And I said, "Cool, good, go with it," because I'm gonna be chauffeuring your brother's ass all over the place.
Well, I mean,
Now I gotta
it
worry
started-
about getting a corsage and where he wants to go to dinner and making sure he's got enough money for that, and then driving him there and driving him to the dance, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it started at early in the day with getting everything, making sure all. I've had in one.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Nerds One Quest, or Heartburn Talk with Jeff Williams. No, I am your host and DM JC, here with these 3 nerds because math is hard. The man pointing at me and surprising both me and Jeff this morning is one Tom M. Norman playing Aaron on this morning. How you doing, buddy?
I'd like to welcome you all to our new podcast, Old Man Talk. Joining me today is JC, Genius, and Cooch.
Heartburn at 4 a.m. and taking kids to homecoming. Woo!
We are old.
Cheers.
That voice you hear there, well, we'll get to him in a minute. The man who has remained silent through this because his kids are too young for homecoming. One Ryan Crixus Kupta. How you doing this morning, buddy?
I mean, my daughter acts like she's 25. Does that count? So
In a way, yeah. As long as she has someplace to go or some dance to do or something, and she wants to get spruced up for.
Good morning, Dungeons and Dragons Nation.
Yeah, buddy. And last but not least, the lore master, the lazy dragon, the limerick man, One Jeff Doc Williams. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Do you have a list on the side of your computer now of all the L words?
No, because I forgot legend.
That's
Could be a sticky
fine.
note.
Let's see, legend.
Oh, there
They're
you
making
go.
this list nice. Legend, the Lore Master, the Limerick Man. I can't do Limerick Master and Lore Master.
Redundancy is gross.
Yeah, I'll find a better way to say that. And the Legend, the Lore Master, the Limerick Man, the Lazy Dragon, Jeff Doc Williams. Yes. Let's see if I can find this list next week. That's the trick.
Yeah, a little tired this morning, but it's a good way to wake up.
Oh, always. D&D is the best way to wake up. Well, maybe not. It's a really good way to wake up.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
There you go.
I'm getting a look from Tom Norman. Oh, Jeff, you got a recap and possibly a limerick for us this morning.
Sure can. So, last session spanned a number of days, but most of them are traveling. We started by resting in a church after getting everybody to finally calm down, telling stories and stuff. Got up in the morning, did some shopping, mostly selling stuff. Then decided to head out to find the whale that would take us to the island of the Frost Giant Fortress. So we traveled for 7 days, passing by Revel's End as a marker on the landscape before heading over to Angajuk's bell, and then
Bless you.
rang the bell to fight, and some vultures showed up because they figured we were probably tasty. We took care of them. The whale showed up. He was hungry, and we decided to go octopus fishing, which was successful after a few tries, and brought the octopus meal to Angajuk, the whale, and hopped on his back inside a boat, inside a bubble, and headed under the ice.
Under the sea.
Yeah, so
Under the sea.
So
I can't sing anymore because we don't want a copyright strike. Take it from me.
after riding with Veleen for 7 days and her seeing what we truly are all about, here's the limerick. I wonder if Veleen is wishing, or I'm sorry, let's start over. I wonder if Veleen is wishing that she chose someone else for this mission. I mean, we did catch a snack for the whale Angajuk, but we're much better fighting than fishing.
When you said wishing, I'm like, fishing's got to be in this one.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'd have been.
So we
Nice.
ended with all y'all hopping inside this whale bubble on his back and submerging yourself into the sea. It's climate controlled in here. It's actually kind of nice. And as you're going along, it doesn't seem like you're moving at a great rate of speed, but the whale tends to take you on a little bit of tour. So as you're rolling along, he says, on your left here, you can see a frost giant castle. It
That's what we're
fell
looking for.
submerged into the water many centuries ago. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws. As you're listening to this guy, as you're underwater, you're just kind of cruising along. It's not bumpy. It's very smooth. It's almost like a gentle rocking as he's swimming back and forth. And he's speaking in this low, slow tone.
Everybody is?
Yep, everyone
Niner?
make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, so on the plus side, Firefox
24.
works like a normal roller. Like I can click the dice and it just rolls. It's a Chrome problem.
What does?
Firefox.
Oh. Oh my goodness! I just rolled my my Wild Beyond the Witchlight dice for the first time, and they have rattles
Nice.
inside them. It's so
Fun.
cool.
I
So
got 17.
Crixus, yeah, as you guys are kind of slowly, you don't fall asleep, but you're dozing, like sitting there and just kind of kick back, relaxing, just nodding off every once in a while. The rest of you manage to stay awake from it through the tour. But he goes on to describe not only the Frost Giant Castle that you guys see, but there is also several other like shipwrecks, large coves under the water that he explains about sharks that live in there, and talks about some of the underwater sea life that survives up in the cold sea up here below the ice. The trip, oh, excuse me. Oh, no, I'm gonna burp again. Pardon me.
Is this a
Take
part of
care
the?
of
There
that.
we go.
Is this part of the lore?
Yeah. Yeah. This is him. He's talking a lot, so he ends up burping as he's doing this. It takes about 3 days to get to the island under the ice through this. So at some point you do rest. And on the third day,
He rose again.
no, well, yeah, he rises. He rises out of the water, yes, and you see through the bubble. The first thing that happens is that bubble kind of disappears. You feel the outside air as you surface, and it's cold. It's colder than you remember as you come up, and you look through. You're trying to look through a fog that doesn't allow you to see maybe more than 30 feet in front of you. In the distance ahead of you, it's just water, and the chipmunks, the chipettes, nonetheless. They're dancing on an iceberg, singing, and no.
What are they doing here?
Freezing their tails off.
Christmas time is here. No. I think I broke Ryan.
That's a fantastic rendition.
You end up, you're just looking into the fog, trying to see something, and the first thing you see, you think it's a tree or something growing out of the water, but you realize quickly as you start approaching that it is literally the base of one of the sides of a giant dock, like a giant's dock. It's like 15 feet out of the water. It's 3 times as wide as what you're used to seeing for a dock. But this appears to be where the whale is taking you. And he pulls up right alongside it and stops and says, "There you go. Welcome to the island of Solstice, home of Arl's abode. I would appreciate it if you disembarked rather quickly. Her rock is what caused these scars on my side, and I don't wish to add to the total."
How do we get you back? Is there a bell to ring?
I will swim around the island till you return to this dock.
Bless you.
This dock, not your dock. Mm.
Doc will laugh out loud at that joke.
So, in order to get out of the boat, because this is a much larger dock than you're used to, I need you guys. Do any of you have any climbing gear? Out of curiosity.
I do.
We
Excellent.
had climbing gear before when we were going up the mountain
Yeah.
earlier, didn't we?
Perks
Do you
not?
just
have
has
one
a
set or does
climber's
it-
kit.
Does,
I believe
do
there
you
was
have a
only one
climber's-
set.
There's only one set? Okay. Then would you like to climb up first? I need a strength athletics check at advantage because you have the climber's kit.
Side note, DM question. Did we take a long
Mhm.
rest then, I'm assuming?
2 of them. Took 3 days to get here.
I just want
So
to be
you're
sure.
doubly rested. You're still arrogant as fuck, though.
Oh, damn right I am.
All right, that's a 22 on my athletics check.
Yeah, right up, and you put your climbing gear on, you hoist a thing up there, you got your crampons going, you just climb up, pulling yourself up by the rope, you're up on the dock, no problem. What would you like to do? Anything to help your friends get up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna affix a rope to some aspect of the dock that I see is secure, and
Alright,
I'm gonna
excellent.
feed that rope down.
Alright, then you guys can have advantage on your strength athletics check to get up the rope.
Okay, I was just about to ask if I could get advantage because I have a feat called second story work.
Oh yeah, I think, yeah. I forget what second story work is. Read it again, but yeah.
Basically, it's,
Advantage.
basically it would be
Stock.
climbing no longer costs you extra movement, and when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by 4 feet. But if I'm climbing on a rope,
Yeah. You're climbing on a rope, so you're going to get advantage anyways. On
Yeah.
this.
And you're a monk and a rogue.
but I need it because my athletics are -1 because of strength.
Oh, yeah. Because of strength. You're not.
Yeah. Aranon's fatal flaw. But he thinks he can do it.
Oh, he did
He
it.
did way
Of
better
course
than
I
I
did
did
very
it.
well.
I'm the best climber in the group.
Doc went to the rope, and he was struggling a little bit for it, and Aranon's like, move. I'll do it. And goes right up the rope to the top.
Steps on Doc's head to get up.
Yeah, exactly.
I did the
Doc.
the crouching hidden tiger dragon, where you kind of walk on things, where you're like running and you're like walking on the air up things. I did
Awesome.
that to Doc.
Oh, I don't have Veleen's sheet here. Crap. Doc, you want to make another roll at advantage? Go again after Aaron. I gotta find Veleen's stats to see if she gets up this, or she's gonna struggle.
Double 11s for 16.
There you go. Yeah, you get up there nice and easily the second time, making an adventure. You actually watching Aaron go up as quick as he did, you realize there was something, a technique he used that you went, oh, hey, I could do that. So, let's pull this in. What's Veleen's
Curse this
strength?
dwarven body.
Veleen is having some trouble. She kind of calls up the doc. She says, "Hey, if I tie this around my waist, do you think? Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. She might not say that. I gotta check her spells.
I don't think she has fly, because I think I asked her that. But if she might have, let's see, levitt?
Like a blink or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
She says, if I tie this around my waist, will you just lift me up? I mean, I'll walk. I'll help climb myself, but
Sure.
I'm having some difficulty here.
So I can either pull her or give her advantage again. But
She's going to tie the rope around her waist and ask you to pull her. So,
all right. Strength check. Oops, that was a saving throw. So less than that by 3. 6.
Oh.
Your hands slip on the ice. When she gets like halfway up, your hands slip on the ice, and you're able to grab it again, but it causes a sudden jerk on the rope, and her knot comes undone because she rolled a 6 to tie her knot.
Mm.
And she's gonna fall into the boat
Mm-hmm.
and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
As she falls into the boat.
I'll tell her try tying a better knot, and I'll ask Crixus to grab the rope with me.
All right.
I'm gonna stand off to the
two of you
side and
together,
say,
go ahead and roll.
put your back into it. You can do it.
Put your back into it. She ties a much better knot this time.
All right.
Between Crixus and Doc, they're both able to pull hard enough
Barely.
to pull the lead up. Neither one of them feels like they do a very good job at it. Crixus's hands slip at one point.
The dock is so slippery. Just trying to get purchase.
Yep. Doc feels like he's going to fall off the end of the dock here, but at
Don't
the end
tell
of
her I said this, but Veleen is deceptively heavy.
I'm gonna yell over the edge. Hey, Veleen, Crixus just called you fat.
I'm gonna yell over to Aranon. Stop yelling. There's a rock somewhere.
Stop yelling at me. I don't want to be yelled at.
she gets up and dusts herself off. She says, I'm not fat and big boned. Quiet. Veleen channeling her inner Cartman.
God damn it!
So you guys on the dock, parts of it have broken away and fallen into the sea. And as you work your way down the dock towards the mainland, you don't need to make any rolls, but you're able to look down in like sections where there's like, it's very clear these are broken out and everything. All the boards hold that haven't broken out. They're very frozen and icy. There, as you get to the end of the dock, there are giant steps, probably waist high, maybe chest high, leading up. All around you are these 50-foot cliffs that lead up to the land above, and these steps carve up into those cliffs. The path is about 20 feet wide or so as you climb these steps one by one. I would just like a Constitution saving throw as you make your way up these steps, the 50 feet up. You're constantly climbing, pulling each other, helping each other up.
14.
What was your
19.
first roll, Crixus?
I
What was that
accidentally
7
just
in there?
I just hit Constitution, not saving.
Oh,
So.
yeah. What's your save? So yeah, you climb up in there and with relative ease. At the top of the stairs, there's a little, looks like a gremlin or something made out of ice. He's got a couple little wings sitting out the back, and he just kind of does the dog thing, looks at you and go, huh? He says something, and it's kind of sounds like bubbly, almost like he's speaking through water or something, and it doesn't make any sense to any of you. Do any of you speak Aquan?
That would be highly unlikely.
Hard no.
He cocks his head to the side, and then he says something that sounds much sharper and very jagged and crisp. Do any of you speak Aran?
No fish.
All of you look at him blankly, and he
What
waves you on to follow him.
what kind of creature did you say it was?
It looks like a gremlin.
Oh, gremlin.
Make a nature check. I'm just saying gremlin to give you a visual of what he looks
12.
like. He looks like a little ice gremlin with wings. 12? Yeah, you looks like a little like ice demon or something. Best you could say. You're not sure. You've never seen one of these before.
I guess I'll follow
Can
him.
I use the hat of disguise to make myself look like him?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
You put the hat of disguise on, and you suddenly look like a slightly larger version of me. Sopo.
Topo.
Sopo. And then he puts his hand on you.
Uh,
Does that break the illusion to him?
if he feels something other than what he sees, it could, but
He just uses a finger, so he hits whatever he hits on you. And he hits you. Hits you in the chest. He points a finger at your chest.
Kupo.
Cupo? Sopo. Cupo.
Sopo. Kupo.
Ah! Ah! And he points at Crixus.
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 Come on, guys. We don't have time for this shit. Let's go.
Shit. He points an arrow on. Shit. Ah?
Ah.
Crixus reinforces with all the positive energy.
Cupo.
Damn it.
Crixus. Shit. Ah! Ah! He points at Veleen.
Lady.
Lady. And you see him like scowl, and you see Veleen's owl on her shoulder kind of pull its wings back and kind of flap like and snap its beak at him a couple of times. There's an instant distrust between those two for some reason. Lady. Shit. Cupo. So he
Thank you, by the way.
he brings you to huh?
Thank you, by the way. Thank you for all of that.
Sounds like you did it to yourself.
I was gonna, and then I didn't have to.
No. In my head, have you guys ever seen the movie John Carter?
I haven't.
No.
Sorry.
It's an entertaining movie. It's a B-rate sci-fi movie. It's the movie based on the books that I'm named after.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, the same man that created Tarzan.
interesting.
Anyways, you don't have to watch the whole movie. Just search John Carter, Virginia, on YouTube. Okay.
Do I need to put on
and
safe
just watch
search?
it. No. He is talking to an alien that they don't speak the same language. And the alien ends up thinking his name is Virginia. It's hilarious. It's my favorite scene in the whole movie. Anyways, that's what I was imagining in that instance. So the second someone said something other than that was funny, I was going to grab it. So
Awesome.
so you guys move on from there. He brings you to the edge of the cliff and points out at the water below. And you really can't, I mean, you know what's out there. You just came through the water. And he's like mimicking like make an insight check, all three of you, because he's doing all these hand motions and stuff, and he's kind of rocking his hand motions and he's trying to communicate to you through sign language, and He doesn't speak sign language, so it's like a massive game of charades.
Good.
Niner.
Seems like we're doing all right. 22.
Yeah.
18.
Get those, Aranon.
Niner.
It's probably better that Aranon doesn't pick up on what he's saying this time. He's talking about all the broken and sunken ships in the water, and that there's much gold out there.
Oh,
A lot of gold out there.
I want to know.
In the broken, sunken ships out in the water.
Quick setting. Is it also dark here?
Yes.
And it's
Yep. It is dark.
and
It is foggy. It is. Yep. You can barely see the water from where you're at. Like, you can hear it, but like the crashing of the ice and stuff next to each other. But he's pointing out there and doing all that.
I'm gonna turn to Doc. I'm gonna turn to Doc just real quick, and Aranon can hear. It's fine. Just to say, it would be fortuitous to find a way to traverse underwater.
yes. I imagine
Well, you
the worst part is probably the cold.
do have your whale friend, Veleen says.
It would almost feel like we would need to depart the whale though to get onto a sunken ship, and I can't envision how that works.
That would be a problem, and as Doc has said, very cold. Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have any way to help you. That sounds like a great deal of wealth that we'd be able to acquire.
Wait. Well,
Yeah, there's apparently gold in the ships down there.
I'm gonna
a lot
go
of
to
it.
the edge of the.
Under the water.
How far away from the dock are we? Oh, we went up the steps. Never mind.
Oh, you went up the stairs. You're 50 feet up in the air
Yeah,
on a
that's
cliffside right now looking down.
I was
Are you
gonna say,
going to
I'm gonna-
dive into the icy water?
Nope. No, I was gonna go to the edge and look over.
I'll push. No, I won't.
So he takes you there, shows you that, and then he motions for you to follow. And he's leading you on, and you're walking through the fog. It's very difficult to actually tell where you're going. He seems really confident in leading you, though. You're not in the fog. Actually, make a survival check. Anyone that wants to know where you're headed necessarily. I would have given you a map of this island, but you really can't see much of anything, so it's kind of hard. Yep, neither. Aranon, if you want to roll a survival check to know which direction you're going, neither one of these fools do. They're fully trusting this.
Or
little
are you not
ice
getting my rolls?
goblin thing. I'm not seeing them.
Oh,
Hang on
8.
a minute. Let me pull. Oh, yeah. And Crixus had an 11. Okay. Yeah, you guys really cannot see where you're going, or tell where you're going. He takes you to a area and shows you an actual wrecked ship on a shore further north. And he kind of grins and kind of goes like this. He's kind of laughing. And he kind of walks over and he points in the distance. And in the distance, there is a hand sticking up out of the snow holding an orb about the size of a small, one of those miniature footballs or soccer balls, about that size in one hand, just sticking up, blue and frozen over with ice. And a little ferret, a white ferret, kind of jumps up out of the snow and is kind of walking around this thing. And
Get off my orb, ferret!
Well, ask Veleen was
Do-
looking
do
for
you
an
approach it?
orb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start approaching and say, Veleen, this isn't the orb you're looking for, is it? That'd be too easy.
it might be it. I'd have to get closer to see. And she's walking tentatively You just walk right up to it, Doc?
What's the ferret doing as we get closer?
Ferret things.
He's walking. Yeah, ferret things walking around sniffing.
Yeah, I'll unless someone tells me not to, I'll walk up to it.
Oh, that's literally
get
what I
within
was going to do too, because I'm interested in any type of glowing, expensive looking object. So I'll walk up with you.
So the two of you
Sure.
walk up. You get within 10 feet of it, and a voice goes, "Ye gods! I was afraid no one would find us."
I'm going to look around. Like, could I tell where the voice was coming from?
Make a perception check.
I don't know where it
Two of
came
you
from.
both good.
I think it's coming out of my butt. I got a natural 1.
I'm gonna guess the ferret because nothing else is moving.
Yeah, you both seem to think it's the ferret.
I'm going to look at Doc and just kind of look at Doc, look at the ferret, look at Doc, look at the ferret, look at Doc, look at the ferret, turn around and look at
Well-
everybody else.
I mean, we just saw talking whale, so talking ferret wouldn't be that far off. I'll ask the ferret, what it's doing out here, then. Hey, ferret.
Why are you talking to the ferret?
Hey, ferret.
Hey, you ferret.
Aaron, something tells me it's not the ferret.
Yeah, I picked up on that. Much faster than you did.
Well, you are smarter.
I am.
Rex just rolls his eyes and goes to grab the orb.
The second you grab the orb, you're able to grab the orb and you pry it out of the dead hand right away. You have it. And there's a, I've been sitting in that position for so long. In your view in front of you shimmers to a ghost.
Do we all see this?
Yeah, all of you see it. What are you doing? That I took that rightfully, and yeah. Oh, I see. And you see the ghost look at Veleen. You're with her. That explains a lot.
Explain.
Get here as soon as you can.
Explain yourself.
I'm. I hardly see any reason to. You can't do anything to me that hasn't already been done.
I'm not threatening you.
As you can see,
I want to
I
know
am
what
quite
you're
dead.
talking about. What are you talking about? Tell me.
That orb that you hold there used to be hers. She was using it for nefarious purposes.
And what does this orb do?
Brotherhood cannot be trusted. Oh crap, you asked that, didn't you?
Hold on, let me check the manual.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. I can't lose. Do I get another shot?
He does. He
gets another shot.
does.
He does.
Hold on, squires. He gets another shot.
The orb holds the sentient personality of a scholar she once knew. She's looking for weapons. She's trying to aid the Arcane Brotherhood.
I'm gonna clue you in, bud. We're all looking for weapons. What happens if she gets the orb? And I'm gonna talk to her about this like she's not even there. I don't give a shit if she hears me. Like what happens when she gets a hold of the orb?
Veleen steps in and says, "When I get a hold of the orb, I have my property back. This little punk, I'm glad to see you're a ghost." stole my orb for its knowledge that it has. She's the one trying to upset the balance of the Brotherhood and destroy us from the inside. Glad to see her frozen corpse here on the ground.
Listen, lady, and I'm gonna kind of put my hand out to stop her. Like, listen, lady, you ain't getting shit if we can't trust you. What are you gonna do with this orb?
What have I done to make you not trust me? You're so quick to trust a dead ghost who's running away with my property? That doesn't make any sense at all, sir.
I don't think he was running.
What am I
anywhere.
going to do with the orb? I'm going to do everything I've always done with the orb.
Try to
It's
take over
Professor
the world?
Scant. That's my former colleague, my mentor. His personality, his mind in there. She is speaking correctly. That's... I was her teacher very well.
So now we got the voice of a ghost, the voice of a professor in an orb, and a living, breathing member of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yep.
And all three of our intelligences.
Yep, and from the side you hear a little, just kind of a cackling chuckle.
And a ice goblin. Gremlin.
Basically.
I'm going
He's a
to
nice method.
look over my shoulder at the ghost and say, what happens if we break the orb?
Veleen interjects and says, first of all, if you're going to attempt, you're going to fight me, because I'm going to prevent you with everything I have from breaking the orb. Second of all, good luck. It's a magical item. Near impossible to destroy. Third, you'd break my heart.
Oh no.
Listen, lady, do you think I give a shit
Professor
about breaking your heart?
Stanton. You know. You don't seem to have a caring bone in your body.
Kind of true.
These other two maybe, though. That was more of an appeal to them.
Ouch, bro.
10 days with Aaron on, she knows him like her favorite book that she once burned.
All right, so can I ask the orb?
Yeah?
Ask the orb if we should trust Veleen.
I believe you should absolutely trust Veleen. I see no reason not to.
I'll ask the orb, should we trust the ghost person that we don't know their name?
Well, she did steal me. That's Nas Lantamir. She stole me. She stole me from Veleen. Came to this island. I can only suspect what she was looking for.
I'm gonna turn to Veleen and say this is ridiculousness. Are we looking
Crixus,
for a
make it.
book or something too?
Veleen says, yes, actually we are looking for a book you know very well that. And Nas, behind her, the ghost, says, the Codicle of White, yes, that's that's what we are all looking for, apparently.
Can I ask? I'll ask Veleen if she cares who carries the orb, as long as it's safe. Thinking maybe
You can have the...
that's a good balance between giving it and not destroying it.
Crixus, how tightly are you hanging onto the orb?
Crixus has already put it into his backpack according to his equipment.
when you go to put... When you go to put the orb in your backpack, you kind of let it go. A purple magical like substance comes up underneath it and kind of pops it up out and lifts it up in the air. You can make a dexterity saving throw to try and catch it.
What was the name of the book, John?
The Codicle of White. Veleen has talked to you about this before, I think.
Yeah, I just never
Pretty
wrote it down.
good. 17?
Okay, so you snatch it off the top of this mage hand, and the orb says to you, "Put me back in my hand."
Not until I trust you, you little whatever
I
the
am the
fuck.
orb. I am the item that got stolen. This is the only spell I know. Put me back in my hand, please.
I will be securing you inside of my backpack until such a time where I can learn to trust you.
Why do you not trust me? I'm just an orb.
Because you are a talking ball. And then I put it in my backpack.
How do you turn that into a show title?
Murph.
The mage hand floats in front of you haughtily, Crixus, and then flicks you on the forehead and dissipates.
There. I deserve that.
Okay, guys, what do we do with the body and the ghost? And I'll say it loud enough for the ghost to hear.
And we pull up the body and search it for the book. I think we should do that.
Okay.
As weird as it is. So Crixus will make an attempt. I think I have a shovel, but I can't confirm or deny.
You do have your shield.
Yeah. All right.
Worst case scenario, you can make a makeshift.
I have a-
around the body.
I have a pick in my shield, and I'll start to try to unearth the body.
Okay. So you
Do either Veleen or the ghost say anything while we're doing that? Like, either they care or they don't?
the ghost hits like when it sees Crixus going to unearth the body, it beelines straight towards him and hits him hard and bounces back off of him into the in the snow, and then kind of pops up from in the snow. Like, it doesn't disturb the snow at all, but the ghost falls into the snow and then kind of comes up out of it. Like, what? Huh? And Crixus, you hear a voice in your head that says, "No occupancy."
I already have one.
And then Crixus will have to
Damn.
say to his dark passenger, thanks for the save?
I'm along for the ride. There's, like, if we can, maybe there's something on this island that might allow me to complete what I'm doing. Lord, just maybe. It's maybe the most complicated scene I've ever done as a DM. Holy crap, there's a lot of players right now.
Well, I'm gonna continue to unearth the body, and I might turn to Doc and say, "Can you restrain that ghost?"
I have a crowbar, Crixus, if you want to use that.
Doc will just kind of put himself between the ghost and Crixus.
Okay. The ghost looks at you, shrugs, and charges towards you. And will weasel its way. Everybody gets a possession into your mind.
You get a possession.
You get possessed, and you get possessed, and you get possessed, and you're arrogant as hell. So, um,
Probably good that it's not Aaron on with double duty.
Well, let's not forget that I still have some kind of vampire thing going on that I don't know anything about and hasn't reared its head yet.
Eat more cookies.
you have a what?
A vampire thing.
Oh, yeah, you do. You do have that. You got all kinds of crap going on, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to play into that because I don't know what it is. So I don't like that look.
I'm just listening to you guys. So she starts speaking to you, Doc, and starts telling you that we stole the orb. We stole the orb, and I partnered with a pirate captain from Luskin before leaving for Icewind Dale. I made my way to the Wicked Eddy, the boat. It's crashed on the sea over here. I'm the only survivor. I swam the shore freezing and got this far. It's all the further I got.
So not the only survivor, then, because you didn't quite make it.
Well, no, I ended up freezing here.
Ouch, bro.
And Doc said it out loud because he's not used to the talking in head thing.
Yeah. I was hoping to persuade you to leave her behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Aranon's interested in her behind.
That could be problematic. There's a spell in this book she's looking for that will open the Ragged Glacier and allow access to Ythryn, an ancient city of wizards, filled with many, many magical items. Ones that the Brotherhood hope to use to establish their dominance. Now, the Brotherhood has never made a move. They're arrogant enough that they feel that they sit above most of society right now as is. So I don't know if more weapons will make them do anything necessarily, but I have my doubts that the Arcane Brotherhood would put those things necessarily to the best use.
Were you a member of the Arcane Brotherhood?
Yeah, yes I was. So was
It's
she.
interesting that you seem to have a conscience that they don't.
Doc, this is Veleen outside you. She's lying to you. She's talking about Ythryn. She's talking about the magical items. She wants them for herself. For her companions. She made deals with someone, I'm sure, for help. She had to pay them somehow. Magical items, the weapons, everything in Ythryn she was going to find would have been split with her and whoever she was working with. Those items are safer in a museum. The museums that the Arcane Brotherhood runs all throughout the Sword Coast. Magical items that are kept under lock and key and spell and binding to prevent their use. Items that could end the world if they fell into the wrong hands.
Well, that still seems like quite some time and many obstacles from now. So we've got time to figure this out.
Don't listen to her, says the voice in your head. She just wants them for the Brotherhood. Who do you trust, Doc, the Brotherhood or the pirates?
Yes and no. Well, yeah.
All right.
We've got time to figure that.
Will you... Either way, if you are willing to host me, I shall go along for the ride. Could you please grab Zelenor? My weasel.
Sure, I'll grab your weasel.
There's a title. It took all of a second for Norm to turn to the keyboard on that one. Sure, I'll grab your weasel.
And sometimes you know you're going to have to say something, and it just has to come out that way.
And so you put the weasel up on your shoulder. Shall we then? Says Veleen as she kind of looks around. Your little gremlin friend is sitting up in a tree, just kind of smiling and laughing and doing this.
How far did Crixus get with unearthing the body? And Crixus, do you have a plan for once you do that, other than searching it?
Crixus, you pull away a bunch of the snow, and about halfway down, you uncover the face and everything. It looks very much like this ghost looked before you, frozen in time, preserved almost immaculately. Kind of laying like this with the hand up in the air, and from like the chest down, that's all encased in ice below you.
All right. That's fine. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is then, and suggest that we go search the hold of the ship if we can get there.
Seeing Crixus not search the body, I'm going to go search the body as best I can.
The parts you can get to.
There is not a lot that you can get to. Make a perception check as you're looking through ice at like around the waist and stuff.
21.
Naked. Stark naked.
I mean, the clothes would have been wet. But...
Yeah, you don't see a lot. It looks like she may have shed layers to try and swim. Like she may have had more robes on and stuff and belts and stuff, but she shed those to try and swim out of the water.
I'll ask her if she found the book, because I think that's what they're looking for.
I did not find the book, no. According to the orb, it is somewhere on this island centrally. You can sense it.
Yikes.
All right.
I'm gonna go search the boat because I heard something about golden ships and all sorts of shit. So I'm gonna.
Well, her shipwreck was off the coast because she had to swim here.
I don't care. I heard boats and I heard gold.
How about on the way out, Ernan? That would be the smart thing to do, I would expect.
Didn't Crixus say he wanted to go search a boat?
Crixus said he wanted to go search a boat.
Yeah, I mean, agents of the Arcane Brotherhood might have some cool stuff on the boat.
It's underwater shipwreck. It wasn't the one that the gremlin.
This one
out,
isn't
right?
underwater.
Oh.
This one isn't underwater. No, this is a different one.
Okay.
Yep.
And if you said underwater shipwreck, the voice would correct you. No, we wrecked on the shore. We didn't have enough time to turn. The fog was. We were taking on water, and we kept pushing in, and the boat's on shore down there.
Is it also 50 feet down somewhere, or are we closer to the water now?
No, you're closer to the water. On this side of the island, as the Mephit will kind of hear. No, he doesn't understand you. Yeah, he has no idea. He has no idea. She says if you head this way, she kind of directs you in your head. You can go down to the boat. It's down there. I know we had some stuff. I don't know how much is still there. It's been a few years.
All right.
You go down to the ship.
I think that's where they want to go. So yeah,
I do.
Doc,
All right.
Doc will lead the way, and then Doc's also wondering how this weasel is still alive after that much time in the cold. Magic weasel.
I don't know.
It's furry.
Weasel. Snowy. It's a snowy white weasel. It's furry. It came up out of the snow.
Hmm.
It's been finding food somewhere, apparently. Crixus, you're the one that wanted to explore the boat, so why don't you roll a d8 for me?
Stace.
Stace, you said?
Indeed.
All right. Let's see. As you approach this ship, there is a snow ice covered figure sitting on the deck of the ship.
Oh,
Kind of laying there. Rather large. Oh, I got a finger from Norm.
dead
You
and
okay,
frozen.
Norm?
Music cut out.
Wondering if the stream cut out. Yeah, got the music back now. We good?
Yep, we're good. The stream was fine. It was.
Okay.
You guys got all weird robot-y. Every once in a while, that'll happen with voice meter, and I just have to
Okay.
reconnect it real quick.
Okay. So you're looking at this. This thing is several times the size of any of you, like 6 or 8 times the size you. Big. It looks kind of like a lump of flesh sitting there. And it suddenly turns and there's like these 2 tusks. His muzzle with a bunch of long whiskers hanging off of it. And he looks at you and says, "Well, hello there." "He's new," says the voice in your head, Doc.
Hmm.
I'm gonna wave and say, "Ahoy!"
Ahoy? That's a nautical term, isn't it?
Yar.
Are you cold? You look cold.
I've been
You
warmer.
are so cute.
I've been
Are you
warmer.
having a stroke?
Do you smell toast?
Toast.
If you are truly cold, I mean you are all bundle gear stuff. But if you are really cold, you can take this, and he kind of along the deck of the ship and kind of flops out onto the shoreline where the wall of the ship is like broken. Kind of walks right up to you. So take this from my neck, please. Please take this from my neck. I don't know how I ended up with it, but I don't need it. I'm protected. He smacks his chest several times with his fins. And the ripples of his fat just kind of says, "I'm fine in the cold. You guys look like you may need this, though." And you see around his neck there's a leather strap that has a little potion vial on the end of it.
Hell yeah, I'll reach up and grab that.
All right, so you take that. He says, "If you get truly cold and you think it may be harming you, you drink that. It will help protect you from the cold."
Nice.
And he kind of leans to one side and waves the one fin. "I'll see you guys later." He goes and dives in the water and swims away.
I'm gonna hold it up and kind of look at it. Is this something I would know?
Make a Arcana check.
18.
Yeah, you recognize it, and Veleen confirms it. It's a potion of resistance, cold. So, if you drink that for an hour, I think it's for an hour. Click on it here. Yep, for 1 hour, you will have resistance to cold damage.
Woo-woo.
Well, that was interesting.
Crixus is gonna see if he can access the ship.
You can get on the ship and make an investigation check. You get aboard the ship. You can make some
15.
15. Roll a d4 for me.
Great.
3. And let me roll this quick. And when you get into the hull of the ship, there are 4 giant oysters. Like giant oysters, like humanoid-sized oysters.
Weird.
You want to make a nature check? Did anyone go with them, or is this just?
Yeah,
Crixus?
I would have gone with them.
Go ahead and make a nature check, Aranon.
I nailed it.
Actually, Aranon, you don't need to make the nature check. You would know this based on your line of work. Pearls come from oysters. Crixus, you know pearls come from oysters. And you think if you could pry these open, you may be able to find a rather large pearl.
All right. Well, me and Aranon both have a crowbar. I know that. So.
Yep. So I would suggest to Crixus, hey, since they're pretty big, they're probably tough to open. Let's do this together.
Sure.
Okay. Make strength checks together or at advantage. One of you at advantage.
That's why Aranon is the smartest.
Aranon, are you plus?
I'm minus. in
No,
strength.
he's not. He's -1. So.
All right.
Crixus
I'll
at
roll at
advantage.
advances then.
Please do.
Oh my god. 5 at advantage.
This is the first one. You cannot get that one open. It will not budge. You decide to move on to the next one. Go ahead.
This is going to be really depressing if we don't get any freaking
Well,
It's going to be tough to get. If you...
17.
Okay, you get this one open. I need you to roll percentile dice, but before you do, choose high or low.
I'm gonna choose low.
Okay. So you want under a 10. 10 or under.
Well, that's not gonna do it.
Good
Oh,
lord.
should have said hi.
Oh, wow, yeah. All right. There was nothing in that one. So the third one?
Yeah.
You make the strength check to open it.
I gotta roll at advantage here, so I'll roll again.
Just roll it a second time.
12.
That one, it's a struggle to get that one open, and when you get it open, Crixus just gets the crowbar in there. Go ahead and make a percentile dice. If you want to change, do you want to change to high this time, or do you want to keep it at low?
Stay low.
Okay.
$73.
And you dig through the muscle in there a little bit, and it kind of forces your hand back out. You don't find anything in this one. Last one. Strength check to open it.
Doc's just making small talk and learning how to talk in his head.
13.
That one you're able to pry open.
All right, and then Aranon's probably gonna push me out of the way to search it.
Yeah. So Aranon, go ahead and roll percentile dice. Choose high or low.
I gotta stick with the low.
Okay. Yeah, because if you change it now when you roll low, you're gonna kick yourself.
27.
Oh, it's close. You dig around in there for a while. You're confident there isn't anything in any of these.
I
Do you
am
want to
going.
take one more stab at the one you couldn't get open before?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to that one and what do I want to do? I want to.
Strength check at advantage.
I'm going to unarmed strike it. I'm going to use my powerful fists and attack it.
Okay. So you're just gonna hit it with your fist?
I'm gonna be. I'm mad because we haven't found anything,
So-
and so I'm going to go over
So
to
you're
it.
trying to
I'm gonna try to Fonzie
You
that
aren't-
thing open.
you're gonna break it. You're gonna not try and pry it open. You're gonna just try and break the shell
I'm like I said, I'm gonna Fonzie it. Just kind of go up and just kind of.
with just your fist.
Well, I am a
I
monk.
mean, he's got monk fists, so you
I know. I'm aware.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
We're all anticipating a
Won't be
good
hard to
roll.
hit.
22 to hit.
Absolutely hits. It doesn't take much to hit. Hell, I don't even think you needed to roll. You have a +7. You didn't need to roll, technically. You're going to hit it.
There's always a natural 1 chance.
5 damages.
It's true. You smack it. It chips a little right along the edge.
Knocked off a barnacle.
I'll do it again.
You're just going to pummel the snot out of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Death
Yeah, I
by
think-
1,000 slaps.
Think the car destroying bonus round in Street Fighter too.
Yeah.
That's where I went to.
Yeah. All right, Aaron, you go Fists of Fury on this thing. You absolutely shatter the top of this thing. Roll percentile dice.
It's good. It's good if he practices his unarmed strike, because that's something he's learning as a monk.
Yeah. 46.
As you dig through the rubble and everything, you do not find anything in here as far as pearls or anything worth value.
I'm gonna mumble under my breath. What a fucking waste of stupid ass time. Goddamn stupid oysters. No pearls. Who has what kind of oyster doesn't have pearls? All oyster ship, especially these big. I'm gonna go to Crixus because I'm gonna be like, they should be this big. And I'm gonna keep muttering under my breath, and I'm gonna start searching the rest of the ship.
From the rafters, you hear shit.
Awesome. Right at time.
Oh bastard! I'm gonna shoot him the double birds.
Continue to search the ship then.
He seems to get more excited by you flipping him off. Like seeing you aggravated and pleases him. Exploring more of the ship, you do not find anything else on the ship. Seems to have been cleared out at one point.
Doc's a little happy this might temper Aaronon's desire to go swimming for more.
I'm going to pull out one of my once everybody is outside of the boat. I'm going to pull out one of my. I'm gonna pull out my. What would work better? Probably a torch, and I'm gonna light the boat on fire.
Can I stop him?
From lighting the boat on fire?
Yeah.
You can try.
Yeah. And I'd say, Aaronon, we might need this for cover or warmth or something later. I don't think we should waste it.
I'm just gonna stare him dead. I'm just gonna be like. I'm just gonna stare at him. Are you questioning my leadership?
I figured you would have come to the same conclusion because of your high intelligence. And I'll pause there and let him. If you read in the chat back and forth, Doc has been trying to discern what ticks Aaronon and hoping that he can persuade him with advantage that it's a good idea.
Make a persuasion roll. Appealing to his sense of superiority, you can have it at advantage. Aaron, make an insight check.
15.
Come on. 14.
You question him. He seems to be making a good point, but you're thinking, nah. I know what's best for us.
The boat is on fire. We don't need no boat. Let the motherfucker burn.
The boat is burning at this point. As you're watching, kind of shaking your head, Doc, make a perception check. Veleen's kind of getting anxious and ready to go.
Not good. 7.
Not good. Crixus, what are you doing in this moment while the boat is burning?
Man, shaking his head.
You want to make a perception check?
The nice thing is it's dark and it's foggy, so unlikely anyone will see the smoke, but
Oh, now it's bright.
it's
Very
That's a-
high.
still my... Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I perceive at
Sure.
23.
In the ice near the boat, there is a leather satchel that is being exposed slowly as this fire is
Cool.
burning. The ice is revealing this leather satchel's in it.
I'm going to use my miner's pick to try to remove the satchel from the ice.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw for me as you do this, because it's kind of close to the ship.
Fair. It is a 1 after my modifiers.
What is that? What did that roll as? Oh, I hate that when I open the thing. Oh, that was a 1 as well. So half of 1 is 1 because you're resistant to fire damage, correct?
I am resistant to cold
Yeah.
and fire.
So you take 1 point of damage because I can't half it any further.
Yep, that's fair.
As you pull out this little satchel. Doc, as Crixus does this, you hear a, "It's my satchel," in your head.
What's in your satchel?
My spell book.
I'll, this is because we're still trying to figure out what's going on. I'll quick run over to Crixus and tell him before he pulls the spellbook out and Veleen sees it, because while it's not useful to us, it could be dangerous to us if Veleen has it. So if she's not on our side, so I'll just tell Crixus to stash that away.
Crixus, do you?
I will leave it then in the satchel and strap the satchel around my neck.
That is a good call, my friend. Thank you. You hear a voice in your head, Doc.
Yeah.
If you take the professor out, he may know where we need to go, says Veleen. Unless, of course, you want to spend more time searching ships.
I don't. So I'm going to.
I don't. I really don't.
No more percentages
Was
for me
worthless.
today. But I do want to. Yeah, I'll take out my backpack and I'll just flip open the top, and I'm gonna stand ready in case that orb tries to pop itself out again.
Can I pick myself up this time? You hear from the bag.
Sure, but just know you are not to leave this party.
Why would I leave this party? I am a possession of Veleen Harple. I am.
You are a possession of Crixus Rubicon at this time, orb.
Snap. Oh, snap.
Okay, then. You see it suddenly shift inside the bag, and this little purple magical hand lifts it up. How far away can I go? Or do you want me to sit right here on your ear? As it's floating right next to your head.
Get away from my face, but stand right in the middle and tell us what we need to know.
What would you like to know? Are you looking for the caudicle of white? I can feel
In
it.
fact, we are.
It's in the middle of the island somewhere.
Do we have to access this palace?
It may be a palace. I don't know. I have not made it that far. As you can see, all the further I made it was over there in that hand.
So your failure will not assist us.
I did not fail.
You are dead.
I'm not. Well, I died a long time ago and was put inside this orb. A long time ago. You can ask Veleen. I was her mentor. You doubt me.
Who put you in the orb?
That's fair.
How did you get into an orb?
The Arcane Brotherhood put me in here to sustain and keep all of my memories and intellect alive.
Brotherhood is powerful indeed.
Can we access
Yes,
your
they
intellect and power?
Can you access my intellect and power?
Yes.
What do you want to know? The Caudicle of White, the book you are all looking for, is in the center of the island. Move towards the center of the island. If he could shrug, he would, but he doesn't have arms. He's an orb.
Can I absorb some of your power?
You couldn't handle my power.
I'm going to approach it with my hands outreached to try to grab it with both hands and access the power.
Make a dexterity check.
Check or saving?
Check. Is a saving.
This is where I picture that meme where like a basketball player's throwing the ball at James Harden and it bounces off his face.
Dirty 20.
Aaron, you snatch it out of the mage hand really quickly, really easily. He instantly says, "Put me back in my hand. You holding me has no bearing on what knowledge you get from me."
I'm going to take it. I'm going to shake it real good like a magic 8-ball.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
25.
Oh. Veleen, when you start shaking it, Veleen goes to grab it, and you. She looks at you through the one eye that's open that isn't in the eye patch, and she says, "Be gentle with him, please."
I'm going to say back off or I'll take the other eye.
Whoa.
So Crixus is gonna.
The one eye squints at you.
Crixus is gonna just kind of step in and kind of gently ask Aranon, "All right, let's get the orb back. We need it to find the book."
That is true, we do. I'll put the orb back on the hand.
Put the orb back on the hand, and he says, "Thank you very much. A certain amount of decency and propriety should be expected in such situations. I'm floating of my own accord instead of having Veleen hold me, or Nas hold me, or Nas's person. I know none of your names. That dwarf over there, instead of him holding me, Floating on my own, all you can argue and bicker all you want. As far as I'm concerned, I belong to Veleen. No offense, Crixus.
None taken. As I grab the orb and I put it in my new satchel.
I need you to make it, as you reach out for it, you need to make a dexterity check to grab it.
Ooh.
He did well this time with his mage hand.
17?
He had a 16. You just are able to snatch it off the top of the mage hand and stuff it back from the bag in the new satchel. And then suddenly it gets very quiet.
And I'm going to look at Aranon and say, don't touch the orb or you go in the bag. Let's go.
I'm just
So you
gonna cock
guys,
my head and look at him like, bitch, please.
You guys start walking towards the center of the island. And the fog seems to lessen up a little bit, and it gets a little windier as you get more and more closer to the center. And through the fog, you peer and you see a set of stairs headed upward. And it becomes clear and evident what is in front of you looks like this.
Oh my God, it's in Castle Grayskull.
I was gonna say this.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh, I've
as
always
you
wanted
see
to.
this giant skull-crowned ice fortress ahead of you with many, many giant stairs leading up to it.
You need to send me that picture, JC.
Oh, yeah.
That is dope.
That's badass.
Oh,
So
nice.
that is the fortress. Actually, and the orb. No, not the orb. Veleen will say as you're staring up at this and it comes into view, she says, "Fortress Grimscale." It should be fun. We'll end there.
Awesome.
Nice.
So Veleen has a little bit of 411 on this thing already.
It would
There's
appear.
more to her than we've unearthed so far.
Good storytelling there, JC.
Tension there. Holy cow.
We've got all kinds of moral and physical dilemmas going on.
My whole goal in planning next week is to be able to shed some of these personalities that I'm controlling. I got what? I got a weasel. I got an orb. I got two ghosts. I got
Veleen.
Veleen.
We're not taking Nass with us, are we?
I don't. Not the body.
And NASA's inside a dock right now. There is a reason that weasel's alive, Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, like you asked it. There's a specific reason.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, the ice method laughs, chuckles too as you guys approach Grimscale.
Horrifying.
As it should. All right, that's
Awesome.
going to do it for us this week. We are Two Nerds, One Quest. You can catch us every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/TomMNorm, TOMMNORM. Join us in the chat. We have a lot of fun, as you can tell. We are... No, that's in a couple weeks, we are going to be taking a week off because Cooch, I think, is out. Is that correct?
As we get into, I've got one weekend, and that would be October 24th.
All right.
I will be unavailable.
So we'll be here the next couple weeks, and we'll take a week off, and then we will be back. All right, cool. So every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/TomMNorm. Follow us. We are on Twitter. Support us anywhere that we... Oh, wait. I lost track of time. Support us. Just support us. Tell other people. Tell other people about the show. Tell other people about the podcast, about the Twitch stream. Give us some ratings. Go wherever the podcasts are. Give us some ratings. And, Patreon.com/TwoNerdsOneQuest. Follow us there and support us there as well. Helps ease some of the suffering of the podcast financials. Other than that, that's all I got. Go Pack Go. For me, for Lazy Dragon, for Crixus, for Mr. DMJC. We are Two Nerds, One Question. We'll catch you next week. All right, everybody who's still in
Fun
chat,
stuff.
vote on some show titles. Go to tommnorm.showbot.tv. Vote on them titles. We have a lot of titles this week, I think.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I'm going to read these bad boys out.
Did I say no occupancy? I meant no vacancies.
Yes, you said no occupancy.
Which, I mean, that works too.
That's funny.
Under the Sea. Stripe the Gremlin. The Rogue is shit. Oh, I want to know. The voice is coming from inside my butt. No occupancy. You get a possession, and you get a possession. Brain was full. Sure, I'll grab your weasel. The boat is on fire. Those are our titles this week.
Be a tough vote for me.
Yeah, there are so many good titles there. I want to do the Rogue is shit, but I don't want to have that be something sitting out on iTunes.
that legitimately
that a
made
show
me laugh.
title?
That was good. That was funny.
Think of the door knockers. I don't want that thing back in my mouth. Can't blame them. Thank you.
If you are in chat, go to the link. I see you in there, Monkey Bananas.
tommnorm.showbot.tv.
Oh.
Did the music just go to Lady Gaga or something?
No.
Yeah, sure.
Sounded like it at first. Bum,
No,
bum, bum,
I
bum,
switched
bum,
it from
bum, bum,
ambient
bum,
to
bum,
Twitch or to
So-
8-bit.
German
bum.
house
Yeah, it
music.
sounded like German house music. Sounded like the beginning of Poker Face.
Here.
Holy
it says
crap.
here.
So, what do we have? We have
Here.
Veleen.
Is it? Oh no! Stop it! No.
Sounds like the beginning of Poker Face. Veleen.
Oh, it's not playing that one. I was gonna play polka.
Professor.
Okay,
Steve.
your eyes out. Yeah.
Nas. Ghostin.
Oh, Kukta. There is.
Then
Have you ever heard the band Trivium? There's probably a song.
Trivium? Is
Yeah.
that what you said? Trivium?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's like 2 hits that I maybe have.
Yep. So they've been streaming. They've been on tour with Megadeth and Lamb of God and somebody else, and they've been streaming every single one of their concerts on Twitch.
Oh,
The show
Huh,
last night
that's
was they
interesting.
played at Knotfest, and it was unbelievable.
oh, the only song I have on my playlist is In Waves, and it's old. So
The new album is coming out. Feast of Fire is really good. That's a new single. You would know. Strife. You would probably know. And there's
Watch the World Burn
yeah.
is the hit that I remember.
As the world goes cold.
Okay.
Yep. You would know those songs, but yeah, they do headlining shows every once in a while, but they're usually like 45-minute sets. And In Waves is the last song that they play in their set. Is
Awesome.
the whole set? Yeah, I would highly recommend you just sit down and watch one of the shows. Just if you have like 45 minutes, I'll send you
Awesome.
the link to his Twitch stream.
Yeah, hell yeah, do it. Yeah, I've been into. I go over to a friend's house, play poker occasionally, and he's really into concerts, so he'll just put on an AC/DC or a Killers, just live concert on YouTube or something, and we'll just let it play. It's badass.
Yeah, I do that from time to time. When I'm at work, I'll find something and yeah,
Cool, man.
it's good.
I'll check it out.
So that's everybody doing today.
Not a lot.
Recovering from the late night.
Sports Palooza
Relaxing.
for me today. Hopefully the Brewers will lock up the division today. Hopefully the Packers will, continue to right the ship here.
We are.
I'm not very optimistic. I was telling Cooch I'm not very optimistic
About the Packers?
tonight against San Francisco. Not so much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's tonight, isn't it?
7 o'clock, our time.
Yep. All right. Well, I
All
don't
right.
know a whole heck of a lot. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here.
Yep. So
Did you count the total number of NPCs there that you're dealing with?
I have 5 right now that I'm dealing with that I have in my head.
I love it.
Oh,
sending
wait,
us
wait,
to
wait,
raid
wait,
Bombats.
wait. Nope.
Did you include the weasel?
6? No, I didn't include the method. 6.
Raid Bombats. Boop.
Which, Bombats. Bombats. Ha!
I think he's playing
I got a boot mug from Disney. My girlfriend got me a German boot.
nice.
Drinking beer out of.
Nice.
Kind of awesome.
Awesome.